Why he look like when you find your kids done
Planting some flowers.
played as a flower? Did you do this? Mm-mm.
Welcome back to another episode of Blerd Up Reacts, where we watch and react to the latest and greatest in TV, movie, and gaming. We are your host. I'm Killer Cam.
And I'm Monique.
And we are here. It has been a long road, but we are at the season/series finale of Black Lightning.
It's bittersweet.
No, it's really bitter at this point because here, listen. I'm mad that I got to go into this episode knowing that the CW did not pick up Painkiller.
Oh, yes. I didn't know when we were going to get to that, but let's go ahead and talk about it now. So, Painkiller, Khalil, one of the best characters and who's had the best scenes out of this season,
Whole season.
is not getting his spin-off Painkiller series.
Yeah.
And I know I have said countless times throughout the season that CW is going to get an angry letter from me, and they still will, because I don't understand if it was the creation of this new Naomi CW show that they were like, well, we don't need 3 black superheroes on CW. I don't know what the conversation was, but I still feel like that they are making the wrong decision. So I will start out my CW letter. Dear CW, we hate your stinking guts. You make me want to vomit. That is how I'm starting off my letter, because I cannot stand them at this point. Like, I feel like a lot of people have said this before, but really, truly, is this the network that where superheroes go just to die and for people just to like hate those superheroes forever? Like,
Yeah. It's like, is this the best network for superheroes to go to even thrive at this point?
right.
Because listen, I'm not going to sugarcoat this. At the end of the day, I've been very candid about Arrow, Black Lightning, Legends of Tomorrow being my 3 go-tos. Well, they got rid of Arrow. They were going to try the Canaries. It didn't work out. I didn't care. you know? You got Black Lightning this season. What they have done with it is just, I hate to even say it, but it hurts my feelings.
Yeah.
Because again, you've got Khalil, who's basically carried the whole second half of this season on his back, and they're
Right.
not even going to explore or look at it. But then you've got shows like Flash. Flash got really stale, y'all. I'm sorry. To the point where, like, I think you agreed with me. I don't even watch it until it comes on Netflix.
Yep.
You
You're
know?
exactly. I'm right there with you. Supergirl, Flash, Legends of Tomorrow. At some point, I did watch these shows when they came on,
Hmm.
but at a certain point, and Flash was the last one to fall off, where I was like, you know what? I'm gonna save it so I can just watch it all at once. I don't
Yeah.
need to see it when it comes on. I'm not very excited about it to watch it every week, to week to
Yeah.
week. I still haven't watched the full last season of Supergirl. So I don't know, man. CW, I don't know what you guys are doing over there. You made the wrong decision with not
Yeah.
creating the CW, the Painkiller spinoff. I'm not really sure if that show. I don't think it is, but I don't think I've read everything about it yet. But I don't think it's being shopped around to any other, networks or Netflix or HBO Max or any
Well,
whatever.
I have heard
But
rumors that
uh,
it is being shopped around, and I have heard rumors that it's possible for HBO Max. But at the end of the day, it's just rumors. Like, until there's a
yeah,
official announcement, I'm not going to get excited about it. Like, the reality of it for me is they could have not did this last season of Supergirl and gave us Painkiller.
yeah,
They could have cut down the season of The Flash, because nobody needs 25 fucking episodes of Barry crying about either messing the timeline up or crying about using his powers. We don't need that. I've never watched Batwoman, and I tried
yeah.
it. I tried, but do we really need it? No.
I you know what? I just don't know like what and I'm gonna go in general here and not just talk about CW and superhero shows, because I feel like anytime we get a show that we feel like, oh, this is our show to watch. We don't care about anybody else. This is for us. They do away with it, never to be seen again. For prime example, Sex in the City is getting another series or movie or whatever. I don't even know, but we can't get an ending to Girlfriends. We're getting a Friends reunion, but we can't get no Living Single reunion. Like, I don't understand this. I don't understand why black TV shows, sitcoms, anything can just like thrive. I don't know. I'm just upset. You just got
Yeah.
me all upset about this. I start thinking about it. I'm never gonna know what happened at the end of Girlfriends. What happened? We don't know what happened to Aaron. Came back to you know
You
what?
know, it is. I mean, at this point, it is what it is. I like to say I'm not shocked, but I am shocked that they're really not picking up Painkiller. But I mean, it is what it is. We're gonna go into this episode. It is the finale. I hope that they go out with a bang. Because Lala, they did my man all wrong here. Like, so if we don't see him, I'm gonna be upset. I have a feeling that China will be in this one. I'm hoping we get two
Yeah.
JJs, or two, a JJ and a Jin, but you don't know how that's gonna go. And I'm hoping I don't see the stunt actor's face.
Well, that third one, you might as well just forget about that, because if there's fighting in this, you're probably gonna see a stunt actor. Unless it's Khalil, you're gonna see a stunt actor's face. So you
like,
might as well not even get your hopes up about that one.
for real, man, for real. So before we jump into it, thank you for riding with us on this reaction series. It's been cool watching it with y'all, you know what I'm saying? But again, at the end of the day, y'all's likes, y'all's views, y'all's comments, y'all sharing the video, that's what helps us grow. So we truly appreciate you taking time out of your schedule to kick it with us. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you are digging the reactions, please make sure you do hit us with a like. And if you'd like to stay up to date with our other reactions, please hit the subscribe button. We did pick back up with Superman and Lois. It's back from hiatus. We're reacting to them right now. This will be the end for Black Lightning, but we'll be picking up Loki here in June, and possibly one other. We gotta look, y'all, because our desks are like our desks be full, man. So we hope you stick around and kick it with us, but without further ado, let's jump into it. Black Lightning season 4 episode 13, the finale. Are you ready,
Series
sis?
finale. Yep, I'm ready. Let's go. The Book of Resurrection.
Closure.
Oh.
Did you at least pinch the bitch?
Yeah, I know he not dead. I don't even know why y'all sitting here sad.
The photo's not faked. It checks out, and it was definitely texted from Jefferson's phone.
Where's his phone now?
I have scanned the satellites for his watch, and I've checked every camera within a 10-mile radius of his last location.
Tobias is out there. He has his hands on Freeland's throat, and he's coming for us.
I knew I should have killed Tobias before.
He's baiting you, sweetheart.
I'm not gonna let him get away with killing Dad.
Gamby, the algorithm we made to find the emitter that's nullifying powers, is it working?
It looks like it, and I should have a location soon.
All right, as soon as we get the location, we move.
What about the Freeland PD emitter task force? How do we get the emitter with them on us?
Listen, I do not care, okay? He killed my dad, and he's dragging our city.
Why are y'all yelling at each other? Maybe if I talk like this, you guys will listen to me.
Y'all had the chance to kill me.
I know.
I've located the emitter.
Let's go.
Just hold on. It's the headquarters for Drakestone Security.
Oh.
It's basically black water. I've pinpointed the emitter inside the Tory Mausoleum. We can't get to it without coming on Drakestone's radar.
In addition to military training, they own the newest DEGs, and without your powers, you do not want to get shot by those things.
We can't get revenge if we're dead.
All right, I hear you, but let's plan.
Where the hell is JJ?
Oh my
shit.
gosh, are you kidding me?
Up in the ionosphere. Hot-headed.
It was blowing up before too subtle a warning for you.
Right.
If Tobias is baiting me, I have to do something he isn't ready for.
She just watched it come on. Like, ooh. This is it. This better be more than it. Really? Really? I could have did this with a green screen.
She's just laying like on her belly on a stool with the green screen behind it.
Oh, thank God.
Young lady, what were you doing? I told you.
I went, I did it, and I made it.
Right.
You okay?
I just got dizzy for a second.
We need to go run some tests, okay? Okay.
Why is she looking like that?
Why do you have that look on your face?
We need to hit the tunnels.
Because she was like, you know, we ain't going for tests, right? Uh-oh, here we go, here we go. Yay!
What?
I'm sorry, she doing better with this green screen than JJ was.
Yeah. Now, how this gonna work out?
I know.
I sure love breathing air.
JJ, are you okay?
Ooh.
Jen!
I killed you.
Huh?
Nah. You jacked my DNA. I've been in your head the whole time, baby. Now I'm back.
Oh,
What?
excuse me?
Miss JJ, you got some explaining to do.
Yeah, who or what are you? Then if you not Jennifer,
Right.
okay.
In position.
Ooh, she broke his back.
How she changed? Wait a minute. Wait. She just had her Blackbird costume on.
Y'all gonna stop.
That stunt double's hair wasn't even red. It was like a, you know what?
You better pray he's all right. What the hell are you?
My whole life, I spent in the glaze.
What's the glaze?
What you call the ionosphere. Every time you came, I willed myself closer to your wavelength until finally I got you.
I get it. But just because you don't like your life doesn't mean you get to take mine.
I already did.
CW said, just kidding. Psych. We didn't replace Jen. Gotcha.
First,
Got him.
we coming back to this. Hold on. Because you know I'm finna talk that stuff.
Yeah, because I have questions about what the glaze is.
Why is this the first time we ever hearing about this shit?
Right. Or maybe it's something in DC Comics we don't know about.
Yeah.
Protect my city.
I'm gonna cut all out of this out. No, nobody want to see you.
I was like, quick, die. If you're gonna do all this, just go ahead and die already, please. Jesus.
Spent half the show in a coffin,
Right.
talking to yourself how to help.
Oh no!
That was a cool. That was
From
a
the
nice
beautiful
throwback.
first season. Yes.
Detective Shakur,
What you got?
the chief, in an alley behind the power grid.
She's absorbing the energy of the power grid.
That'll black out the whole city.
Not today. Gear up.
Not
I'm a
today.
data specialist.
Grab your badge, grab your gun.
I would have been the same thing. I am the IT person.
She said, "Excuse me."
I've
Not
never
what I
actually
do.
been in combat before.
I did my part. I showed you the damn video.
I'm on the ground.
You have everything you need.
Wait.
Y'all. And they got the one.
The one good eye.
Oh, I did like that though.
That was beautiful.
How he get his costume on though? Oh, I guess he had it with them because it goes on electronic. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. And maybe that's how Thunder got her costume on too. But what, you know what?
Don't think about it. Look at this bitch.
Look at.
Chief Lopez, you gotta stop.
I'm I'm gonna use this power to kill lightning. Wait a minute. Did you just roll up on me with my own task force?
Yeah, cause you oh Lord.
Thinking straight.
Look
And
at
your ass
you,
is next.
Shelby.
The light is fading, human. This is my time. Yours is at hand.
No, it isn't.
Ooh. Oh. Wait, is she supposed to be fire or energy? Because I'm pretty sure she's supposed to be energy. Absorbed you.
You don't talk about this.
You can't stop me!
Chief, it's lightning.
Cease fire.
I knew you'd show up, you bitch.
I don't like being called out my name.
You think you got this? Because I bet you don't, Shelby.
Thank you.
Shelby, if you was a real bitch, you would have absorbed her powers.
Right.
You wasn't rocking it right.
Uh-oh, here we go.
You blast like a bitch.
He gonna cradle his head.
Oh, so now you can fight again, Jeff?
Right.
Oh. Well, maybe he can't fight. He can't answer it.
Well, this dude is about 2 shades lighter than Jeff, so I don't know.
I know. Oh, you got her knocked over Lala. Oh.
Let me introduce you to my favorite word. It's called defenestration.
Oh. Oh. Did y'all have to use the stun double for that shot?
I was about to say.
He was just getting up off the ground.
Surprise, don't. I spit my last breath at thee.
Ooh.
Ooh, he was old.
He is old. He just keeps taking that serum.
I know.
It's crazy to think there's life up there.
And they watch us. It's pretty creepy. Are you okay?
The fact that Dad was the only one who sensed something wasn't right doesn't sit well with me, you know?
It really seemed like
You see, I'm not blaming you. I just gotta learn how to deal with it.
your family is inside looking for you.
We have an announcement to make.
We are getting remarried.
It's about time.
Okay, that's fantastic.
Turning over the fight for Freeland. And I finally agree. I'm gonna hang it up too. TC is more than capable of taking care of things.
To be honest, I'd be like, TC is fine and all, but Gammy, we really know you Batman, so
Right.
I need you. I knew it. Why he look like when you find your kids them
Playing some flowers.
playing some flower. Did you do this? Mm-mm. They just left Tobias's body up there.
Somebody
Ain't no
finally
police
stuck
came
it
looking
together.
for the mayor or nothing.
I see Friday the 13th part. What is it, 5 or 6? The lightning strikes it and Tobias is back alive again.
Right.
Anyway.
Wow.
It is with mixed emotions. I have here.
But why do I feel like China got the best ending out of everybody? Like, like lightning,
Hold
I
on.
mean.
We gonna talk about this because, okay, I was excited. I'm not gonna front and say this wasn't exciting to me, you guys. It was exciting, but it left me with more questions than it did endings. So you mean to tell me Jen was up in the ionosphere and basically she got took over by Dark Phoenix?
I'm about to look this up too because
the glaze. Like, we haven't heard anything of this whole time. So again, we're at the last episode. Y'all could, like, did I'll have to go back and look. Did they give us any clues?
They did actually, because there was a part where JJ and Jeff were talking, and she had called him a name that she hadn't called him
Oh,
like
that's
in a
true.
really long time. So there was little clues
Subtle,
there,
yeah.
but yeah. But Glaze, I'm finding somebody in. Nope, that's Marvel. It's not DC. What is? I feel like they pulled this out of they behind, because
But that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm confused, because just like with Lopez's backstory, the second to the last of the episode, again, here's another thing. It was like, hi, gotcha. It's the Glaze. And why did y'all have to distort her voice? It's not like they look the same. It was the
they had to
modulator
make
was
her.
too much.
They had to make her sound evil.
It wasn't. It was inaudible. I was like, huh?
Man, there was okay. So we still had the ad at the end there, though. I don't think everybody was in the same room at the end there. I still
I
think,
don't think so.
yeah, from our previous reactions, noticing that China and Jeff, his just Cress, were not in the same room for a lot of scenes. They weren't. I didn't think they had any scenes together, and I still think that's the case here. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
not really sure. I'm glad they brought China back.
Yeah.
I'm really glad that they just didn't replace her character. I'm so happy to see
Yeah.
her on the finale of this season. But I'm just like wondering, like, what the heck?
It was again, I'm left with more questions than I am like closure, which is what this
Yeah,
episode was supposed to be. But there was some stuff that was kind of, it was closed, but it wasn't.
right, right. Where Monta Vista go? Where Gaby's girlfriend go? She just
Right.
not gonna show up at the end.
At the end.
She wasn't evil. She wasn't a bad guy like we thought she was. So
Right.
where did she go? Like, she didn't pop up at the end and be like, "You guys, I'm just so sorry that my emitter was used for such even
You
da da da."
know,
No,
or
she just
Gambi,
disappeared.
like, you're retiring, we could finally like get back
Right,
some time we lost later. You know, it's
right.
even with Tobias's ass kicking. Now, don't get me wrong, I enjoyed it, but it wasn't this epic thing that, and I don't know if it's because this season just hasn't been epic, so it wouldn't have mattered what they showed. I don't know.
Yeah. And that's what I was saying. I feel like Lightning's fight scene with whatever the glaze was with
Hmm.
JJ was more entertaining than the fight
Yeah.
between Jeff and Tobias, which that shouldn't be the case. Like, this is
Yeah.
Black Lightning.
And
His fight should have
Tobias.
been everything.
Like, this was Clash of the Titans. Like, this was supposed to be,
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
And also going back, because you're like, there's so many questions. Why that last scene with Lala?
Mhm.
Like, he gonna take over Freeland now?
Right.
Like, what's going on?
Like,
Like,
yeah.
why did this leave off like, do we have another season? Because we
Right.
don't.
That's what I'm saying.
We're not
It's
getting
like,
a painkiller spin-off at this point in time that we know of.
Ouch.
So what is going on?
I don't get it. I think that's the problem. It doesn't feel like closure, but we
Right.
know in our head
It's the name of the episode.
It doesn't feel like closure. It seems a bit open-ended, but now we know in our head, as of now, at this moment, like, we not getting shit else. So it's kind of
Right.
like,
Jim being all up like at the end, like, I feel a certain type of way of like my family not knowing it wasn't me except for Jeff. Like, what was that about? We not gonna
Right.
get
Well,
why did we leave off this episode like this?
like, I was happy that she acknowledged her ass should have been up in that ionosphere.
Right. That is true. JJ shouldn't have, and that was JJ's downfall as well. If she
Kept
wouldn't
going
have been up in the ionosphere, Jen would have never came back. So,
But see, that
hard-headed.
doesn't make sense to me either, because if you knew it was like a chance, like, you knew you was from up there, why did you keep going up there? Like, what if another Glaze or whatever they call was like, bitch, it's my turn. And then we got a new Jennifer.
It makes no sense at
Zero
all.
sense. And I'm very sad. Like, not for nothing. Like, I am very sad about Khalil's storyline, and that
Yes.
this is basically the end. Do you know,
Yeah.
like, going into the Painkiller series, you know what this would have, like, done to his arc. This would have been so like,
Yeah, yeah, and also the I'm not sure for the showrunner developer, his name is Salim Akil, I
Salim
think his
Akil.
name is. He was basically explaining that he was so looking forward to jumping into that painkiller spin-off because it would kind of go through like the dualities of a black that of a black man that the black man has. Like they have this certain type of way that they have to be and be like, oh hey, hello, how are you? And then you have that certain person in the back of your mind that's like, I'm having the worst day of my life. F you, F you, F you. Like having to hold yourself back all the time and have these, dual personalities. And I would have really loved for him to explore that. That would have been awesome. Also he was the best character that we've had this last season. He by far carried this show this last season on his back.
The
And
second
I'm
half,
not
and
understanding.
specifically, like these last episodes, it was all him.
Yeah. And I'm really not understanding the decisioning here, CW. I feel like again it is like that, no more than this many black people at a time. Walking Dead has done it before. Well, I don't know if that's exactly what but I feel like that they have done it before.
I feel like that's how it was.
Yeah. and now we can't have more than 2 black super. I'm worried for Batwoman at this point. Like they are putting a lot of into this new Naomi superhero show. They might just go ahead and be like, you know what, Batwoman, no season 3.
Yeah. Well, Batwoman, it's not gonna make a difference because Kate Kane has resurfaced. It's not Ruby Rose, it's a different person.
Yeah.
So I'm not even gonna get into the fuckery of that. But there's little things in this show, in this season, now that we're at the end of it, I'm like, so what was the deal with Jeff being like, let's get married, and Lynn was like,
yeah. Why was she curving him?
There's little stuff like that where I'm just like, well, why? I don't understand now.
A lot of questions. No, but I completely understand where you're coming from. There's a lot of questions coming out of this season and the last episode, and I just don't understand why. If you guys knew that this was going to be the last season of Black Lightning, why are we coming out of this season with so many more questions than we had at the beginning of the season? Like, what?
At the end of the day, when you think about the season in total, like in its totality, we didn't need half of it. That's the part that's pissing me off, because it's like, why not do something great and fantastic? And this could have been a 3-night event, 2 hours every night,
You know what? And for any other show, I think they would have did that. For any other show, there would have been a crossover event. Like they did that with Arrow, kind of. Did they not?
Yeah, because it was the crisis. I mean,
yeah.
So it's just kind of like, for why? And I understand, like, don't get me wrong, I understand, like, Jen and Crest not wanting to do the show anymore. I understand there's some dynamics there that we're not privy to or whatever. But again, like, if I'm in that room, or if you can testify to this. There's videos y'all ain't seen yet, because I just be like, we look at it like, nah, it's all right. So it baffles me, the decision makers seeing this and being kind of like, this isn't like, not like this. This is not it's not cohesive. It doesn't send this character off. It doesn't set up anything else. Let's just cut it down 6 hours. Not even a 3-night event. Make it 2 episodes a night for 3 weeks, and let's do it. Like, did we need JJ? That's the other part of it. Outside of, we know it was because China didn't want to do it, and they just tacked a half-ass story on the end of it. We've seen this shit before. Like, so we gonna do Dark Phoenix again. The last time they did Dark Phoenix for actual Dark Phoenix was stupid.
I'm about to look this up again, because I feel like they got Jen's powers confused at the end, because she turned into fire. Instead, I know she can turn into pure energy, but
I can actually let that slide, though. That doesn't.
No, I am not. They could have. What is a fire graphic to a pure energy graphic? Like, I mean, it's CG.
But wait, there were some scenes where JJ was like flying in. Like, I was like, could y'all at least like tighten the harness up and make it look like she's
Right.
not hanging from it. Like,
Right. And that might have just been the actress's inexperience, maybe in a
no,
harness,
no,
but
no, no.
because
That
this
was
is
the
just,
fit of the harness. The fit of the
oh, well, I don't
harness
know
was
anything
wrong.
about harnesses, so I
It
just know China did it better.
it
That's all
wasn't
I know.
it wasn't looped in. It wasn't fitted to her costume. That's
No.
what I saw. It was basically like she had a regular harness, like she was getting ready to zip line or something, or shit. There was like no time of concealment. You guys probably won't see a lot of this because we're searching something.
No, I already know from just remembering the comics that she can turn into pure energy. I don't even remember her being able to turn into fire. Like,
I was just looking for this glaze shit.
oh
That's
no, there's nothing. I searched. There is nothing on Glaze unless I just searched wrong, which is I don't know. I'm trying to talk and search at the same time, but there is nothing on Glaze. Um,
okay. So any more banter about this episode? Because normally what we do when we end a season, we rate it and do all that stuff.
I don't even want to rate it. I don't want to because I love
I'm
this show
gonna
so much.
I'm
Like I
gonna
love.
No, go ahead, go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say I've loved this show so much from the very first episode. Like I know the rating I'm about to give. Like, are we rating the season or the whole entire
The season.
show?
We'll rate the season. I mean, rating the series, I'm not gonna let one season tank the series because this season compared to the previous it's not comparable on any level.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I already know our MVP for this season. There's no question about it, you know.
Yeah,
Jordan
Khalil
Calloway as
Painkiller.
Khalil
Yeah.
Painkiller. That's not favorite episode. For me, it was the Akashic Valley. It was the backdoor Painkiller pilot. Like there,
Yes.
and I think that's what's hurting my soul so much. This is not it's not a this isn't hard to think about. There's not this thing of, well, this episode this kind of did this. No, it's clear episode 7. It's clear episode 7. Um Rating this year. Here's what I will say. I'm not gonna call it complete utter waste of time. I feel like it's this send off, this episode, it was imperfect in so many ways, but I enjoyed watching it in its imperfections. The season as a whole, kind of the same deal. But I think, and this is where I get sentimental, I am enjoying it because I'm watching it with my sister, my bestest Blerd friend. so I don't know if there's a layer to that. You want to rate it first? Or you want me to do?
Sure. I'm gonna go with a 4.
Yeah,
And that is because of the Painkiller episode. It probably would have got lower if we wouldn't have had that.
yeah.
But I'm giving this entire season, not the whole entirety of the show, a 4. I'm giving this season 4 Black Lightning a 4.
Right. So right here, I'm gonna put the 4 for this series, for this season 4. Series wise, you want to rank the full 4 seasons together?
No.
Well, here's my
Because I
thing.
feel like this last season like affected my rating so much, and I'm just like,
I'm taking everything into the account, the character, the stories that we got. This season does taint it just a little bit, but I think as a show as a whole, it still ranks pretty highly for me, like at least a 7.5.
I'm gonna have to rewatch all
It ranks
because
still pretty high. I can go back and watch season 1 through season 3. I will not watch season 4 unless it's the Painkiller episode. I will say that.
see, that's what I'm thinking. Like, if I watched season 1 through season 3, I would have given it a 7, maybe a 7.5. But having to take this last season into account, it brings it down to like a 6 or a 6.5 for me.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah, I know. That's why I was
That's
like,
horrible.
that's like I don't want to rate the whole
Yeah.
entire series because it's this season that just made it.
Yeah. That sucks. It sucks. Now, let me say this also, not taking anything at all from the actors, Cress Williams,
Yeah.
China Anne McClain. Oh my gosh, Nafisa. I love her. Chantel, what's her name? Thai? Chantal Thai. That's Grace. Of course, Jordan Calloway. You got Christine Adams, who is so fly. I hope to see her in, like, really, she's gonna be in an Unholy movie. Not for nothing, I can't even say that exclusively with her. I want to see the majority of these actors in other things. We see Laura Kariuki is going to be in the Wonder Years, which bravo to her.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I think she did the best with what she was given, and I think she did an exceptional job, actually. So
Yeah. Yeah.
Marvin
I
Crondon
just
Jones, where you gonna be at, brother?
Oh yeah,
Where you gonna be
Marvin
at?
Crondon Jones and the guy who plays Lala. I know the guy who plays Lala, and I forget his name, but he's been in other things before. I've seen him in other things before, and always enjoyed him.
Yeah,
But yeah, definitely Marvin Crondon Jones. Like, what's your next step, bro? Because I
bro.
think you deserve something after
Yeah,
this.
like,
You've really stepped it up in season 4, and I enjoyed watching you just become this
bro.
character bias throughout these seasons.
Like,
So
he grew as an actor, like, not for
yeah.
nothing. I like, no joke, Tobias Swell, he's who I picture now,
Yeah.
you know.
Most definitely. I picture him now on that spike, though. William Catlett is
William
Lala.
Catlett, Lala,
Yeah.
by far one of the best things about this series. Also, his character, his acting, I just loved it, man.
Yeah. I'm not sure why y'all put him on the bench in the last season, but
He might have been doing something else. Look.
yeah, that's true.
You know. I'm gonna give a shout out to all the stunt actors.
We see you.
We see
Literally.
you. We see you.
Literally, yeah.
And acknowledge your efforts. Yo, rewind real quick, because yeah, why did we need the stunt actor for the Jeff getting up off the floor scene? It's shit like that that's like, what the hell, man?
When I saw that, I was like, what is he about to do something like stunt wise here? Nope, he's just getting up from a knee, and I'm like, we needed a stunt actor for that.
Y'all
Like,
couldn't get no B-roll of Crest like sitting on the floor. All right, let's get the scene, set the scene back up, and him getting up. Like, what? That's
I
the
don't
shit
even
I
want to
be
talk
talking
about.
about.
And that's again why I go back and be like, this season just like makes my overall rating for the series just like horrible. But
Oh my
anyway.
gosh. I really want to do a compilation of that because it was a lot. It was really a lot this season. I don't think I've ever seen a stunt actor that many times. Okay. Closing thoughts. You want to give closing thoughts? I have some.
So just closing thoughts. Black Lightning. I know it wasn't the first major, superhero TV show, but it was one of my favorites. I'm sad to see it go. I'm very sad to see it go in the season that we just got. I feel like we need one more season for redemption.
Yeah.
Because just judging off that last season, you guys, I don't really feel like it's not all that it was, man. This show used to be great. It used to, like I said, it used to be one of those shows where I had to watch it when it came on every week. And it was a show that I enjoyed watching. I enjoyed talking about. I loved the actors. I loved the characters. I loved everybody who was a part of this show. So again, just so sad to see it go, and especially sad to see it go out the way it is going out. I wish we could get a continuation of these stories, especially some of the stuff they left in this last episode open. Hopefully, crossing my fingers that Painkiller gets picked up somewhere. I'm not going to get my hopes up, but I will pray that, some way, somehow, some form, it does get picked up and we actually get a continuation of not only, Painkiller Khalil, Jordan Calloway's character, but as well a continuation for some of these characters, because I really feel like they deserve it. I really feel like we need to see more of us on the screen doing superhero good things, whatever. I just feel like this is a really a big missed opportunity for CW. They're still getting an angry letter from me. But you know, man, it's I don't even know what else to say at this point. I just feel like we had an opportunity to go out on a high note, and we got to had an opportunity to, you know, see more of us on screen, doing good things, you know. And CW just missed the mark on it, and I just don't understand. So
Yeah. I will say I'm glad this show made it to air, period. I
mhm.
think there is a period of time, like if I'm thinking correctly and thinking honest, like this is the first African American led superhero show maybe in a while or whatever. But saying that to say, of course, after we've gotten like Falcon and Winter Soldier, we've got Watchmen with Regina King. Regina King's actually working on something for I want to say it was the CW. I'm not sure. I don't know. Whatever the case may be. I definitely think Black Lightning opened doors for us to get these heroes that look like you and me on TV. So, and never in any way could I say that this show was garbage because it wasn't. It
Yeah.
wasn't. You know, it's just this last season. Again, it's just an unfortunate way to go out for something so iconic and something we feel like is so legendary. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I say that to say, you know, give us more shows, man. Come on, man. You see it works, you know, when you do it right. But again, if you're gonna do it, please do it right.
Yeah.
Do not, because again, there's things in this season that was just like the jokes about Eric Garner, George Floyd. I can't remember which one it was
Yeah.
because it irritated the hell out of me. But like there was some off-color jokes here that I just can't believe it made to air. But I mean, it is what it is at this point. So
Yeah.
you say thank you, Black Lightning. Thank you, Black Lightning, for 3 good
Yeah.
seasons and 1 missed opportunity to introduce another one of us to the screen. So
Yeah.
what did you guys think of the finale? We apologize, you know, typically at the end of something we do talk a little bit more, so it is what it is. But really curious as to what some of you guys think, because to think this show is what brought us to some of you, you know, and we've had opportunities to interact with you. So just curious to see what you thought. Who is your MVP? I know who it is. What do you think about this whole Glaze situation? Did it hit the spot? Let us know. Until next time, we are your hosts. I'm Killer Cam.
And I'm Monique.
We'll see you on the next episode of Blerd Up Reacts.
Thanks, guys.